Hello everyone, Luke here, and welcome to Flight School 101. Today I'll be covering the newest product from Denali Planes, the Denali. This is a small executive class single-engine prop plane with lots of cool features. It's Denali's third plane in this class following the D-121 and the D-690. It has the same basic features that you would come to expect from this builder. Let's take a look at our pre-flight list to see what we will be covering today. We'll look at some special features unique to this build, the executive passenger cabin with coffee maker, and the cargo light version. Some other features we'll look at today are the menu options such as paint, covers, and delete scripts. And then we'll take a detailed look at flight modes and how those can be used and how they affect your flying. First, let's look at the executive passenger cabin. Your passengers will ride in comfort with fresh coffee and plenty of room to stretch out. The cabin seats 5. Let's take a look at the menu options. You get to the menu by clicking on the rudder. You see the menu now with all the options listed. First we have ground shadow. Click on this to give the ground shadow effect. It will turn off when you leave the ground and then back on when you land. Next we have cargo. Click on this and some boxes appear in the back of the cabin. Then we have flight mode. You have 3 modes: slow, normal, and fast. You can set them here, or you can switch them with the HUD or in local chat. We will discuss how these actually work and how to use them to your advantage in just a moment. Click on covers and wheel chocks appear along with flags on the wings and traffic cones. When you turn on the power, the covers disappear. You can change the color of the plane by pressing color. You can toggle through the list of available colors. Pressing delete scripts will remove the scripts from the plane. Use this if you want to res a display model in your hangar. Airport owners will love you for this. Selecting glass will change the window tint. Shiny makes the plane shiny or not. Paint changes the livery. There are several included, or you can create your own. Physical makes the plane physical or not. And that's your menu options. Now let's take a look at the cargo light version. This is a GTFO enabled aircraft, so we're going to load some cargo and make a flight to Bay City Municipal Airport. What is different about this version compared to the standard one? You can see that I'm clicking on the HUD and nothing happens. That's because Denali has removed a lot of the scripts from this plane to help reduce lag. This plane does fly nicely and crosses sims very well. The menu is still accessible by clicking the rudder. Some of the menu options have been removed to reduce scripts. To control the plane, you'll need to know the chat commands. Here's a list of a few that will be helpful. Now I'll load some cargo and start the engine and taxi out for takeoff. Set our flaps to full here and take off, release the brake, and here we go. We are airborne, and the flaps won't go back up automatically like in the other mode. So what we have to do here is just take them up, flap 0, and then we have to put the landing gear up. And again, no excess animation on that. Keep the script down and the lag down, and we're going to fly on here to Bay City. I'll keep my mini map on here so you can see. And if you notice, the region crossings here are really fairly smooth. There we'll go across one now. Look at my mini map. We're right on the line there. And just a little blip there as we cross. So the scripting does work. We're going to make our bank here for our final approach into Bay City. Yes. Okay, now we're going to take a look at flight modes here, and I've taken off from Bay City, and I'm in the fast flight mode, or the hard flight mode, as it's referred to in some of the documentation here. And that means I have to maintain a cruising speed of at least 50% throttle, which is, but it looks like at our airspeed indicator, about 35 knots. And I've dropped down now to 45%, and you see I start losing altitude. So that means that stay in the air, I've got to at least be going at 50% throttle. So I have to cross the sim boundaries a lot faster. Now we're going to 40% throttle at the normal mode, and I can maintain a cruising speed at that. And once I drop down below 40%, the plane will start to lose altitude. So that means I have to cross the sim boundaries just a little faster and approach my landing a little faster. So there's 35%, and you can see that I'm dropping now. As soon as the airspeed indicator bleeds off, it dropped below 30 knots there, and you can see hear the buzzer and see the plane start to descend. So if I bump it back up to 30 or to 40%, I'll keep flying and not lose altitude. So now we're going to look at 30%, and that would be the easy mode or the slow mode. And we are on approach to Port Cowletta here, and you can see now I'm in the slow mode at 30% throttle, and I drop down to 25, and as soon as my airspeed drops off, I begin to descend, and you hear the buzzer. So this is a good mode if you have a lot of lag and you are dealing with bad sim crossings, or you're coming into an area that you're not really familiar with and you need time to get set up for approach to make a landing. So very useful tools here, and like I said, especially with so many more people online now with the COVID lockdown, lag has been an issue for flyers. So 30% throttle can be very helpful. So I'm on approach to Cowletta. Thanks for watching. If you have any feedback for us, if there's something you'd like to see in an upcoming tutorial here for a Denali plane, please let me know and we'll try to work it in. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you all next time.